Welcome back to my channel. My name is Omolade Adeyemi. I remain your fashion teacher. In today's training, we are going to teach you how to sew your 6 pieces skirts. Look at the 6 pieces. This is the 6 pieces. Look at the fronts and look at the back. So this is a 6 pieces skirt. How to come about this. And the chapters of our training, of this training, is going to be how to draft the pattern, how to cut out your pattern, how to cut it out on fabric, and how to sew it on your sewing machines. And our days of training, which we are going to be dropping our new training, is going to fall on Mondays and Tuesday, while our flashback days is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And we are going to be having a live chat with you on Saturdays and Sundays. And if you're new to this channel, please, we need you to subscribe, keep liking our videos, drop your comments, drop your question, ask your questions, and any observation, we need you to drop every of your observations. And wherever you need to correct us, we are ready to learn. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Omolade Adeyemi. I'm the CEO of Lariche Design. So what we are going to do today is 6 pieces skirt pattern. The previous lesson, we did A shape and pieces at the back. This 6 pieces skirt, the back piece we did, the one we drafted, which is the pattern I'm holding, is the same thing we are going to apply to the back of our 6 pieces. So I won't be drafting the back piece anymore since we have it already. So you're going to make use of the back piece, the one we drafted before this. So we are going to use the back piece for this 6 pieces skirt. So we won't be drafting any back piece again. So what I'm going to do now is just the front of my pieces. So watch as I draft my skirt. So the tools I'm going to use for my 6 pieces, the materials that will be needed, you will need your brown paper, your tape measure, your scissors, your paper scissors, the ruler, our marker, which you are going to use the pencil. Like I've been saying, the marker is just for you to see what I'm drafting. It's not really what we use because it's added to the measurement. And we'll be needing paper tape. So the measurement parameters for this 6 pieces skirt is my skirt length, my long skirt length, because it's a long 6 pieces skirt. It's a long skirt. So my skirt length, which is 46, my hip depth, which is 13, my knee line, is 21, my skirt band, is 34, and my hip is 44. So let's get started. Like I said earlier, we are going to treat just the front pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take my skirt length, which is 46. As you can see, I've already added my paper because the length of this paper will not be enough for my length, so I have to add paper to it so it will cover up my length. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure my skirt length, which is 46. Make sure your paper is not folding. You mark 46 on this side and you mark it on the other side. So I'm going to roll it out. Like I said earlier, that we are going to treat just the front pattern. So I'm going to draft just the front alone. I'm not going to the back. We are not drafting for the back at all. So the next thing I'm going to do after taking the skirt length is to take my knee line, which my knee line is 21. My knee line is 21, so I'm going to take 21. I'm going to measure 21 and mark it on the right and the left. So after taking the knee line, the next thing I'm going to do is to take my hip depth, which is 13. So I'm going to measure 13 inches. Then I'll mark it out. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my 1.5 into 2 and share it in between my hip depth line. So this is 1.5. I've divided it into 2. So I'm going to share it in between my hip depth line, which is 0.75, or you can call it 3/4 up, 3/4 down. So you roll the line out. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to calculate I'm going to do it the way we always do the basic. So I'm going to drop the basic down before I move on to the spreading. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my skirt band. So I'm going to come here, divide my skirt band on my calculator by 4 for the front pattern. So my skirt band is 34 divided by 4, so I have 8.5. So I'm going to come here and measure 8.5. So this is my 8.5. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come to my hip line and divide my hip, which is 44. I'm going to divide my hip by 4, which is 44 divided by 4 minus 0.5. So I have 10.5. So I'm going to come here and mark 10.5 all through the 3 lines. Like this, 10.5, 10.5, 10.5. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to minus 1 inch from my 10.5 and bring it down to my knee line as my knee measurement. So if I minus 1 inch from 10.5, it's going to give me 9.5. So I'll come to my knee line here and measure 9.5. So the next thing is to join my lines together. So I'll join the hip to the skirt band. Firstly, I'm going to join these 3 lines together, then join the hip line to my skirt band. So the next thing is to join this 3rd line to the knee line. So that's that. After that, I'm going to come to the skirt band and bring down ½ inch to shape that front part, because we don't have a straight part at the front. So the front is always a curvy shape. So come here, shape it this way. So the next thing I'm going to do the next thing about the pieces now, how do we get the pieces? So that's what I'm going to do. How we calculate the pieces is like this. We'll take the hip measurement, what we have on the hip measurement here, which is 10.5. We are going to come to our calculator and do 10.5 times 2. divided by 6, which is 3.5. Remember, what I did is 10.5, the measurement I have here, not my hip measurement, the one after dividing it and taking and removing 0.5. So I have 10.5 here. So for the front it's 10.5. So what I did is 10.5 times 2, then divided by 6. So I have 3.5. So I'm going to come here and measure 3.5. I'm going to take the measurement down to the knee line. So then I join my lines together to make the straight line. So this is now called the center front, and this is the side front. So the next thing I'm going to do to continue with my PC skirt is to spread the center front. Now what I'm going to do is to take this measurement down to my skirt length, what I have here, which is 3.5. I'm going to take that measurement down to my skirt length to make a straight line. Hold on, please hold on. In case you don't know, we have an online fashion institute. We are going to teach you full pattern drafting training. We are going to take you from the scratch, how to use your machine, to the climax. You're going to be the best designers in town. For more information, visit our website on www.larichedesigns.com. So I'm going to join the lines together. So after that, what I'm going to do is to spread my skirt, to spread the center front. So I'm going to spread it with the 6 inches I use in spreading the back. Why would the other time we were drafting the back, what I use in spreading the back, what I use in spreading this part is 6 inches. You can see I use 6 inches in spreading this side of the center front. So the same thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spread the front by 6 inches also. So I'm going to come here, measure 6 inches, mark 6 inches, then I'll spread. So the way I spread is to join the line from this knee line to this point, to the 6 inches point. So that is all about the center front. I want to label it before I cut because I'm going to cut 6 inches spreading. So this is all about the front. So I hope you understand it now, because I want to cut out the center front so I can continue with the side front. So watch the way I cut. I'm going to cut out this curvy part. We don't cut to the edge. I've explained that in my previous video. So that is that about the center front. So let me put this aside. To continue the side front, I'll have to join paper to this part because I'm going to spread out this way, because I'm going to spread this part out this way and this part out this way. So the next thing I'm going to do is to extend my line out. Make sure your hand is straight. I'll extend this line, the skirt length line, down to this point. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to draw this line that is coming all the way. I'm going to draw it straight down to my skirt length. So after that, what I'm going to do is to take the measurement from here to this point and take it down to my skirt length. So what I have here is almost 6 inches. So I'm going to take it down to my skirt length. So after that, I'm going to join the lines down to make a straight line. So the next thing after that is to spread my skirt. So what I use in spreading the front, what I use is 6 inches. So I'm going to use that same 6 inches to spread it out this way. So I'll measure 6 inches out. So after that, I'll connect this point to the knee line. So that is that about this part. So the next thing is to spread this point. And what I'll use in spreading it is the same 5 inches that I use in spreading the back. Because this is the side. The side of the front and the side of the back has to align. So what I use in spreading the back, if you watch the previous video, you see is 5 inches. So I want to use 5 inches to spread this part also. So I'll come here and measure 5 inches. Like that. So I'm going to join this point to the knee line. So the next thing, the last but not the least thing I'm going to do is to come here, because I said I don't really like a sharp end of, I don't like my skirt to be sharp at the end. So I'll come here and measure 1 inch and shape it in and give it a curvy shape to beautify my skirt. So that is all about our 6 pieces skirt. So I'm going to label it accordingly. So what I did here is 6 inches in, 6 inches spreading. Here is 5 inches spreading. So this is the knee line. This is the hip depth. And you all know this is the skirt's band. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut my skirt. Then we are done with 6 pieces pattern. So I'm cutting. So the next thing, come here, keep cutting. So that is that about our 6 pieces skirt. So this is the center front and the side front. This is the center front pattern. This is the center front and this is the side front. And this is the center back. And here's the side back. This is the center back. This is the side back. So that's all about our 6 pieces skirt. I hope you learned something today. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video and thanks for watching every of our videos. We would like you to subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so. We would love it if you share these videos and keep liking all our videos. Drop your comments, observations and questions. And don't forget, at every point of our achievement, we are going to give a giveaway. So if you need to be a partaker of that, we need you to keep watching and keep watching and share our videos. Thank you.